Held on to this for a while. Threw it out in the peace garden. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Don't really need to hold on to this thing forever. In exactly the worst spots. Doesn't sound too scientific of an explanation. I haven't really read this. I don't really feel a need to read it, but this affected me a lot. I remember watching it and hearing about it on my clock radio when I woke up, hearing the first plane had hit, and then turning on the TV and watching the second plane hit. And I was about 18 years old, 19 years old, or actually no, I was about 17, 18 years old, and it affected me. And I've held on to this newspaper for a while, and I've thrown it out just recently, and I'm putting it in the peace garden. I'll try to get close to it in case you want to read some of it. Say this is my way of preserving history, or a version of history, I should say, that I don't think is truly understood right now in the mainstream consciousness yet, quite as much as maybe. You got people jumping out of the buildings. It's pretty gruesome stuff. Hate to be a Debbie Downer, you guys, but this is the world we're living in, you know, and this is our history, and we can do better. We can do better than this, you know. I definitely believe this is the product of greed. And this is what happens when you have a government out of control. Start making up stories of anything they want and control it. And when the media is controlled, it's up to people like me to just, and like people, truthers, and all the people that are tinfoil hat people that have been told that they're conspiracy theorists and all that. It gets old after a while, you know. The same people, they get, you know, these same people that why is it a conspiracy about the same people, you know. That's why I put in the Fed in all my hashtag in the Fed. I'm trying to make a thing out of it, get it started. Somebody can make a website, inthefed.com, you know, get people to sign up and realize, you know, that this government has been hijacked by the Fed, and Washington D.C. is a foreign entity. It's not a part of this country. Our money's been, every dollar we earn pays for murder. So really, 40-hour work week paying for murder. So the less you can work right now in this time in history, the less, not the less you can work, you got to work more than ever, but the less money you have that you can survive on, I should say. The less American oil dollars that you can survive on, then that'd probably be good to be self-sufficient, you know, and get off the grid as much as possible, and be energy efficient, be our own creators instead of consumers. There was one picture of some smoke. It looked like a devil's face. I think I might have already seen it, but yeah, this is it, you guys. You know, this is New York 9/11. I believe it was an inside job conspired by our government. Same people who killed Kennedy, and same people who are in charge of the big oil and pharmaceutical industries that are trying to take out, and the vaccine industry is all tied into the same people who make the pesticides and GMOs. So it's important that we're at least aware of it, and that we're aware that watching the news is, you got to be careful when you watch the news, because you got to make sure that you don't start believing anything that you hear on the news, because it's all there to just create this facade to confuse you. So it's not really the news. It's just a reflection of greed, and I don't think people are inherently bad. I think people are inherently good. I don't think the government thinks that's true. I think they would think that was a false statement. There's no word for love in the law book. Love is not in any law dictionary. They have no concept of love in the law, and until that issue is addressed, then the entire legal system is a sham. I don't know if I'm allowed to actually post this. Somebody might say it's, I paid for this, so I should be able to. This is preserving history. I know that they are making it so that it's getting harder to videotape, but our video cameras are handy. I'm gonna tell you what, this is one of the handiest tools we have, is these video cameras. I'm very thankful. I'm able to talk to the love of my life on this thing every day, and we will be together. Mr. President, He looks like looks like a man that's about to go into making a big mistake. I stand here today humbled by the task before us, grateful for the trust you have bestowed, mindful of the sacrifices borne by our ancestors. Okay, whatever that means. Sounds kind of creepy. Born, why they spell it born like that? See, the born is, they spelling it like that for a reason. This language, they use, uh, the government uses, lawyers and all them, they use different languages. Tax law. You have to read tax law to really start understanding understanding our where our freedom is. You know, why we don't. You know, our freedom is written in the tax law, and a lot of people. You know, this world is abundant, and right now we got a lot of people that are just scribbling and scrabbling and fighting against each other, while the big dog, you know, takes everything, you know, and they park their boat and their yacht, and they're on another. They've secluded themselves, you know. The rich have secluded themselves, and so it's important that we all become rich, and so that's my message. And I hope this video isn't too bum you out too much. But hey, look at the bright side. I'm gonna put that thing in this peace garden. I put some of my father's ashes in this garden just today, and right here by the mango tree, I sprinkled some down here, and I watered it down a little bit. So that'll be nice. That should be good. Hopefully we'll have some good mangoes coming from that thing soon. The tree's about a couple years old. We got ducks seem to like it here. This is my jackfruit. Check out my jackfruit plant right here. I don't think I've showed you guys yet. This thing, Wayne gave me this. My neighbor Wayne gave me that, and I almost killed it, but it's coming back. I put it out a little bit too early in the winter cold. Got it. But anyway, I love y'all. No one loves you. Big Nick loves you.